Alright, we're here. We are ready to play World of Tanks Blitz. I actually was playing a decent amount of Blitz today. Why I decided to stream again, I don't know. But yeah, I played the 260 quite a bit, as we can see. Haha, a player I reported has received a penalty. I just noticed that. That's amazing. That's probably to the guy, somebody said KYS a couple times yesterday on stream to somebody. I don't think it was to me, but he was saying KYS, so I reported him twice, and they apparently got banned. But either way, I played the 260 quite a bit today. I lost 2 out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So, like, you know, 75-ish percent, 70% win rate. Pretty good stuff. Actually, might be closer to 80% win rate. All the games I played were pretty decent. 5,000 damage, 4,000 damage, 3,600, 3,400. Kind of a mid one there. 5,800. 260 is weird. Sometimes it has great games, sometimes it doesn't, and it's kind of always just bleh. All right. What do you guys want to see played? Hello, Sam. How are you doing? Alright, well, since nobody's picking a tank, I'm going to pick a tank. And I'm going to play in... Let's start the stream off with a bang. Let's do the Type 5 Heavy. Oh, yeah. Not a great map. Pretty bad map. How many autoloaders do we have up against us? Just a 57 heavy in terms of the heavies. But they do have an ATAC and a Luis. So, I mean, it doesn't really matter. There's only one, maybe two spots I can drive this tank. The question is, They have 3 heavies. They have a mouse, a 2 and 5, being a 57 heavy. How many mediums do they have? They also have 3 mediums. Alright, I'm going to make an interesting play, but I don't think I really have a choice. What we're going to do is we're going to move our Type 5 to the medium flank. I don't normally like to do this, but I don't really think I have much of a choice because of the way that our team is structured. So, yeah, we'll see. There's the enemy Object 140. Let's see if I'm spotted. I am, okay. Okay. This is why I don't like driving the Type 5 to this flank. I'm not worried about that ATAC at all. Dude will not pen me. But the fact that we lost over 900 health just positioning is definitely a little bit lame. Let's hope that our teammates actually do something with the plays that I made. Alright, there's the enemy mouse. Aiming. Boom, there you go. My first penning shell of the game for 802 damage. That's pretty good if you ask me. Now what we're going to do is we're going to push over here. And actually, you know what? I take it back. Going to shoot the 57 heavy really quickly. Aiming, and boom. There you go. 779. But what I really want to do is I want to push the grill and the 140. I'm not really worried about the 140. That player can't do anything to me. As I said, our mediums need to push. These mediums are the reason that this game is not going as quickly as it should be. But I am at least doing what I should be. We just took a huge chunk off of that player. And while the 140 is a big threat, not one that necessarily scares me. But I don't know what took our medium so long, dude. Full health Ryan Metal, Kranvagn, full health Object 140, and they're too scared. I went over here for a reason, and our team should have taken advantage of that reason. Bleeding health to make a play in a super heavy is the right thing to do. But sometimes you gotta be careful about how you do it. Alright, we are still moving up. There's the 140. Can't realistically do anything to that. I don't think that 140 is going to give us his tank. Imagine, dude.
Donated $2 through Super Chat. Fat Chat 25T.
Thank you for the donation. Yeah, I don't think we're going to deal too much more this game. Yeah, dude just gave up. Oh well. Oh well. I made the play that gave our team a win, and if I had gotten one more pen, we could have done 3k. We were at 2,600 damage, but we assisted 1,000, we blocked a lot, and we made the winning play. Like, the play that I made allowed our mediums to do what they needed to, so I can't really complain. It's just, unfortunately, didn't get as much damage as I'd like, but that's fine. We are still doing pretty dang good in this vehicle in terms of my overall average damage. I don't know how, but I'm going 3,600 in this tank with 75% win rate so far. Okay. Boss Chatillon 25 ton. Looks properly equipped. I'll do the 34-3 for you as well, Manhattan, because I know you donated for that earlier. Okay. Just finished Breaking Bad. Holy God, it's the best show. I do agree Breaking Bad is one of the best shows. You know, there's a lot of really good shows out there, but I really don't know if anybody can beat Bryan Cranston's acting. Okay, speed is key. Let's see what we can do here. I'm gonna start. What do they have? They have Elect Panzer, 54A1, 50B. Okay, they don't have too many scary tanks. So I'm gonna push over here. And interesting. There's the Elect Panzer. There's the Contra Caro. Yeah, good job, dude. Let's trade with a light tank that has a better clip than me. Why would you do that? What is the team doing? Well, I don't know what you did either. Shouldn't have put yourself in a spot where your team wasn't covering you. Yes, was your team great? Probably not, but it still doesn't change the fact that you put yourself in that position. Can't blame your team when you're the one making mistakes. Alright, we're going to flex all the way over here. You have the Contra Caro in the back, and realistically I can't do much to that player, but I can get one pen into the enemy FE2 and 5B 183, 2 pens into the 183, and 3 pens into the 183. However, the Super Conch is kind of tunneling me, which is a little lame. It's fine, because I have the mobility to get out of here, but it is pretty funny how hard these players are tunneling me. Look at this 50B, dude. Remember how I told you, like, light tanks are by far the most tunneled class of tank? Look at this. Look at the tunnel that this 50B has for me, dude. It's insane. It's actually insane. Wow. Kill yourself, dude. Like, seriously? Really? Wow. Nice job, dude. Nice job. That's the tunnel that you run into, though, when you drive a light tank. That is the tunnel. And it's so lame. Players like that 50B really piss me off, because, like, just why? Why do we have to YOLO me full speed and jump off a freaking cliff to kill me, dude? Okay. See what we can do here. You're gonna get him, 183. That was the most dedicated 50B ever. Yep. I mean, the 50B is just the cringiest tier 10 in the game. I think anybody that drives the 50B is just lame at this point. It's such an overpowered tank, and it's just another example of how Wargaming has further ruined the balance of the game. Don't get me wrong, the Bat Chat is a really, really good tier 10, and I do think in most games it is overpowered. Unfortunately, Normandy is probably the worst map to use a Bat Chat on. There's nowhere to actually hide the vehicle. There's nowhere to use its camouflage, and outplay your opponents. There just isn't. Especially when you have a 0 damage E100 and an M103 who's complaining about his tank not being good, as he did 165 damage. I don't care if you're a 60%er, dude. How did you do 100 damage? Like, you can't expect me to do everything. I hate 50Bs. I do too. 50B players are just cringe. That's all they are. They're just pure cringe. They make the dumbest YOLOs, and they get away with it too, because the thing has reactive, the thing has 2600 health, and a 4-shell gun with 1520 clipping potential. My tank has around 1800 health, so that means a 50B YOLOing me can take a full health bat chat to 300 hit points. That's insane, and it should not be the case. It really shouldn't. But that's what Wargaming has allowed these autoloaders to do. It's actually the same problem on World of Tanks PC. You have these autoloaders that literally have the ability to just ruin everything. I think the 50B on PC can deal like, what, it has a 6-shell 400 clip, so it does a 2400 damage clip. It's stupid. Why do tanks need the ability to kill a full health vehicle? Why is that something we need? The most damage you should be able to deal is half of an enemy tank. Not, you know, 2/3. It's just dumb. It's really dumb. Old 50B with the 3 shells. The 3-shell 50B was balanced. It was good. It had 3k DPM, but it was also balanced in the fact that it got punished for making stupid plays. That doesn't happen anymore. Dang. Nice. Alright, I'm going to keep poking this bush so that we can spot more enemies. I'm going to try and sit in it as much as possible. That way I don't get spotted. There's the TVP. Okay. I could have shot that grill, but it's too late now. I need to help out with the Chatillon over here. I need to get this guy clipped and get some damage out. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get 1 shell, 2 shells, 3 shells. And that's where the bat shed is really dumb right there. That clipping potential, we're already up to 1800 damage. And, I mean, how do you counter that? I guess what you don't do is put yourself in that position there. See if we can get some damage into the enemy E6. Oh, there's the grill. And while the grill is a threat, I guess not enough, because he didn't even pen me. There's 1 shell into the E6. Not able to pen him again, but that's fine.
Manhattan _ donated $5 through Super Chat. How do you feel about the map pool this update? Do you like the night map?
I think the map pool this update is better than the previous map pool, but I think it's still very flawed. There's 1 pen into the enemy 183, 2 pens into the 183, 3 pens. Okay. Thank you very much for the donation, though. Do I like the night map? Yes, I do like Horrorstadt. I think it's very nice. So, we've already done pretty good this game. 3,300 damage, and it's such a good example of how when you're actually on a decent map for a light tank and you're able to use the capabilities that a light tank has, it's totally fine. But when you don't get a map that actually allows you to use those capabilities, it can be a lot more cringe. So, it's totally dependent on the map that you play, whether you're going to have sometimes a fun battle or not in a light tank. This map was fine because I got early game shots, I was able to use my mobility and flank, and I didn't have to worry about a random 50B YOLOing me, because at the end of the day, there's nowhere a 50B could YOLO me. I have plenty of cover, I have plenty of positions to hide. And that's why I like larger maps. It's why larger maps should be a thing in Blitz. Small maps like Normandy, they need to be larger in certain areas. They need to give you more cover, because the problem is you don't have cover when something just YOLOs you. We did fine. 4,483 damage is pretty good. So that was definitely a better game. Okay, what's next? What is this? What am I looking at here? I don't know. T100 LTU'd by comp players. Would you say 907 is more effective? I would say that the 907 is different, but no, I don't think the 907 is necessarily more effective. I think the camouflage values of the T34, or I think the camouflage values of the T100 LT and the mobility it features paired with the level of DPM definitely allow the 907 to be outclassed in certain areas. I think the 907 is great, but I definitely think the T100 is just as reasonable of an argument. Personally, if I were playing comp, I would probably use the WZ-132-1 if I were going for spotting capabilities, because the WZ, sure, it's a very weak tank, but it gives you the most view range in the game. But at that point, I might also go for something like a Leopard 1 for the fact that it has great DPM. But yeah, for me, if I were to play comp and I had a team of players that I trusted, I would probably use either a Batchat or a WZ-132-1, because, as I said, the WZ has the most view range in Tier 10. It gives you more information, and it still has great capabilities. It has good DPM, it has good mobility. It's a nice tank, and that's what I would definitely use. Droodles, what other maps are coming out other than Horstadt? There are rumors that there are more Halloween themes maps. I have no clue, but we'll see. I've noticed a lot of pro players are toxic. Yes, most of them are. It's unfortunate, but that is the reality of the situation we live in. I can be toxic, but I'm not usually. Okay, where are we going, dude? Players that get in my way and stop me from being able to position really irritate me. Positioning is the most important thing in Blitz, and not being able to get into early game positions because of a 40% T34 is very irritating. Nice shot into the T54 lightweight. I do like this tank a lot. There you go, nice 338. We can see how I'm staying very passive in the beginning of this game. And the reason why is because I don't have team support. You know, you look at my team, yeah, I've got a bunch of heavies here, but none of them are actually moving up to support me. So I don't know if I'm going to get that support or not right now, which is definitely something that you have to keep in mind. But because we can see that the enemy team also appears to not be moving up, and because the T77 just shot, that should be a pretty free opportunity for me to poke the side. Okay. Okay. Somebody explain that one to me, please. I would like somebody to tell me how I could have aimed that shot better. Alright. T77 shoots once. There you go. Now here's the thing. T77 obviously shot me, but now the dude's cooked because he's on reload. Just aiming on his lower plate, and there you go. Long live the T77. WZ11114, thank you for the donation. I'm just going to go for the AT. There you go. Easy pen. It's a bit of a low roll, but I'll take it. I'm not going to get any damage into that player. We're going to turn around, and we're going to start dealing with this over here. Thank you for the donation, Lord Wizard Frog. Okay. And yes, I will play in the WZ11114 for you. Alright, now we know that they have a tank over here, the Skoda. There you go, nice 399. We're already up to 2,700 damage, so we're doing pretty good so far. There you go. Nice 330. Now, the thing is, we actually don't have more DPM than the IS-5, so that is something you have to keep in mind about this vehicle. Your damage per minute is not insane on this tank, but we do out-reload the IS-5, and even if that player does pen me, we should be fine. I'm actually going to... yeah, I guess I'll still clear the IS-5. There you go. Easy pen. Now we back up. We're already up to 3,600 damage. Wow, look, the T-34 getting in my way once again, dude. Or the Type 58. Technically, it is a T-34. How to play the minnow effectively. It's pretty easy. Just get it into a haul down position and voila. Hello, the PGI. Pretty good game. Ace the 34-3. Pretty solid stuff. Thank you very much for the donation, PGI. WZ11114.
PGI donated $9.99 through Super Chat. Ultra Stream Luck.
Where is... Somebody was going to message me. Oh yeah, let me say poob. I almost forgot. I always have to message people before I forget. Alright, let's put a better camo on this tank. I think this looks kind of washed. You know what? This tank just doesn't look good in general. We'll just stick with this. This is fine. The 30B, wish I had that tank. It's alright. It's alright. I wish the 30B was a little bit better, I'll be honest. You aced from me? Ah, I see. I see. Skills bring toxicity. If I'm skilled and see a 40% player costing me the match, and I'll rage too. I don't even get mad at the 40%ers because I expect them to be bad. I just get mad when I get YOLO'd by a 50B who jumps off a cliff to murder me. Like, that irritates me. It's like the level of commitment you have to tunneling me is so incredibly cringe, my dude. Those are the kind of games that irritate me. I hate players that are just cringe. So, this game, we have two heavies. We have an IS-7 and a Super Conch. And we have to look at where our team's going. We can see that the mediums are going over there. We can see that our 7.52 is hopefully going to go mid, but it doesn't look like it. So, we're kind of in an awkward spot here, because while I do have the medium support, I don't have the heavy support. So, not necessarily a good spot to be in. If our Caro and mediums kind of fail, then it's going to put me in a really bad spot. We're just going to wait here for now. But the IS-7's not really doing much. But again, I have to be really careful. I'm going to move up, though. Because with their Super Conch spotted on the other flank, I need to help these guys out. Alright, moving in. Wow. That's a pretty impressive shot to miss there. That's a pretty impressive shot. So, because I'm the only one with health, I will definitely bleed some HP for the team. And that's fine with me. I have the hit points to bleed and to take the enemy down a notch, right? That's the whole point of being in a heavy, is to use those hit points to clear the enemy tanks. Even though my teammate sucks, it's fine because I still get the clear. And now I'm just going to climb back up the hill. Why not sleeping? Because I'm poob. There you go, 1-2-1 gets the clear. We're not going to do any damage. I could have gone to the heavy flank, but winning the medium flank, as I always say, is much more important. But it's whatever. Sometimes you get games like this where you just don't do anything because it's an instant steamroll on one flank. The only tank left on their team with health is the 183. There you go. Nice max roll. We did 1500. The WZ-111, it's not a bad tank. It's just, as I said, when you get games like this, it's kind of hard to deal damage. Come on, back up. The 1-200 and I both did the same thing. That was the only opportunity we had, though. That was it. The dude decided that he'd rather die to the 100 than do anything else. Sleep is for the weak, of course. Yeah, it was a game. I can't necessarily say it was a good game, but it was a game. Okay. What am I playing now? The Kranvagn. Alright. Let me play in the Kranvagn. Bottle. I thought his game would have died or at least lost some major heads. Since you're still here, haven't... Oh. I see. This game would have died. It's morning in Europe, indubitably. Indubitably! It is morning in Europe. Yes, hello, Michael. The Kranvagn. Well, I think the Kran actually stands for, what, crane? Crane wagon? It stands for, like, crane. I don't know. Somebody can let me know in the comments what it stands for. Okay. YOLO. Incredible. I'm cold, guys. I'm cold. Let's go this way. Speed boost! Thank you. Thank you, dude.
PGI donated $4.99.
The MS1. Bro.
Tier 10,
You get 3 minutes in queue. Alright, let's take a look at the enemy lineup. 116, AMX50B, and a 5A. That's a pretty cringe matchup. We're going to go up this route because I don't think the enemy team is here, judging that nothing's been spotted so far. So we're going to keep moving up this ridge. Oh, interesting. I still don't think they're here. I think that cough... Take it back. Let's get one shell into the 4005. Let's load in a high explosive in case he's not running Spall. He is running Spall, and a third shell. Notice how much just more free it is driving an autoloader. It's just so stupid. Because if I was in a single shot, an E5, I would have penned one of those shots. And the 4005 would still have, 800 health left, but instead he doesn't. Okay, we need to back off. Because they have a 116 F3 just in the most random spot, dude. There you go. Nice shot into the 116. I do have the 62A and I do have the 183. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to let my mediums deal with that. I'm going to help out over here. And we'll move up. Let's put on my speed boost so I can climb up this hill faster. And then we can aim on the 5A. Go for a tracking shot. There's one pen. Go for a second tracking shot. There's 2 pens. And that's a pretty solid amount of that 5A's health off.
Lord Wizard Frog donated $1.99 through Super Chat. M4A1 Rev PLS.
But you can definitely see how you play the Kran. Oh, I just realized Manhattan's on my team. There's 1 shell. 2 shells. 3 shells. Well, congratulations. You took 1,200 off me. Unfortunately, your game is now over. We are already up to 3,500 damage, which is coincidentally the amount I average in this tank. There you go. Another shot into the 907. Get a bounce. Pretty easy game. 3,900 damage. The Kran is just stupid, dude. Now, they actually still have 1 tank left, which I didn't even know. Okay.
THEPGI donated $1.99 through Super Chat. SP2.
Bonk, 493. Bonk, 389. And we did actually 5,000 damage. AFK 50B is pretty lame, not gonna lie. It is pretty lame. Okay, let's see what we can do. All I'm asking is if the game is worse than it was 3 years ago. I don't think the game is necessarily worse, but we'll have to see what happens with Wargaming's balancing decisions very soon here. That's really the big question. If Wargaming's balancing decisions suck, then... yeah, it's a big question. What am I playing in? Is it the MS one? Is that what I'm playing in? Of course it's the MS one. Tier 8. And... No, why'd I go to tier 8? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was reading the rev, so I wasn't paying attention. Tier 2. Do I not have... No, I was about to say I do have the MS1. Alright, you get 3 minutes in queue. You get 3 minutes in queue while I scroll through my comment section and do nothing else. That's about as exciting as it gets. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. Oh boy. The Lion was a lot of fun that game. The Lion's a very good tank. I like the Lion a lot. Alright, everybody, hop into the low tiers. How much should I donate to get channel mod? I tell everybody the same amount, 50 bucks. That's enough that I feel like I wouldn't have to worry about anything. Thanks for helping me in the 1-2-1 game. Are you talking about the WZ111-14 battle? I would assume that's what you're referring about on Mayan Ruins, and yeah, it's a pretty chill game. Sometimes you have to sacrifice a little bit to help out your team. That's just kind of how it is. Boom, 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 boom.
THEPGI donated $4.99 through Super Chat. $5 more
for the queue time. Yeah, we're waiting. Thank you very much, Felix. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. 8 years in the queue. Queue. Boom, 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 boom. Come on, get us in a battle. Could have been way worse because the Caro dumped his reserve shell. In what game? How about 20? I'm a pretty devout gifting member. 30. I'll be nice and go in the middle. Play the plane game while you wait. Alright, you poob. I see how it is. Nah. We're gonna sit here and we're all gonna hold hands and watch this amazing matchmaking. There's literally 2 people in queue, dude. There's 2 people in queue. What do you guys think is the most evil and cringe tank? Sheridan. Play T77 instead, bruh. Brug. Yeah, as I always say, problem with low tiers is you just don't get into games.
Through Super Chat. Elma will play T77 instead.
Okay, T77 instead. Hello, Joel. So, I have to do the M4 Rev and the SP2, alright. Here's your 20. Can you make another Sheridan video?
$19.99 through Super Chat. Here's Yacht 20.
Why'd the queue numbers go down? Thank you very much for the donation. Fine. I'll make you moderator. You like poob. Only 20. It's more than you've donated, Blue. Yeah, that's what I thought, boy. Got a T77 with me. It's the same guy every single game. This T77, it's the same guy that was in the 116 in the previous game. He's not very good, but he keeps getting into my battles. What do I think of the M103? I agree. It seems pretty great except for the armor. Yeah, the gun can be a little troll, but in general, I think the M103 is a solid tank. I just wish it was a little bit better in terms of its, I just wish it was a little bit better in terms of armor. What do they have? 2 T70. Oh, great. There you go. Oh, there goes that player. Gonna reload. Yeah, this is looking cooked, guys. I'm just looking around. This is looking cooked. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to move up on the ISU. We're going to get 1 pen into that player. 2 pens into that player. No, the second one didn't pen. But I definitely penned the first one. Problem is my team's not doing anything. You have this ISU who's back here literally doing nothing. You got this Luva who's doing literally nothing. So what ends up happening is this. Nothing. Nothing happens. Your team just falls apart. It's a guaranteed loss when you get teams like this. ISU at least covered me a little bit, but I don't think it's going to make a difference if I'm going to be real. I do have a bit of team support, though, in terms of the Grom. Okay, good. The Grom's actually dead. You know what? It is winnable. That Grom threw. The Grom was the tank I was most worried about by far. Our teammates need to stop bleeding. There's the enemy T77. 1 pen. 2 pens. Okay, where? Where? Where, dude? He hatched me? Okay. I take it back. It's not winnable anymore because I'm dead. Wow. That's crazy. The fact that my ISU, all he had to do was sit in that bush and cover me. All this ISU had to do was sit right in that bush and cover me. That was his only task. The entire game, that was his only task. Just to sit there and shoot the enemy ISU when he poked over the ridge, and I would have been totally fine. But what's even more insane than that is the enemy T-77 penned both standard pen shots on my turret. Really? How? He hatched me. It's always the 40%ers that hit the craziest shots, dude. It's always the 40%ers. But legitimately, if this ISU had simply covered me, we probably would have won this game. That's how simple it is to screw your teammates over. To drive a tank destroyer, and instead of helping your teammate and covering, you screw him over. That's as simple as it is. So we will probably lose this game now because of that ISU. When I say probably, we will definitely lose this game because of the ISU. Doesn't know what HE is. They never miss? No, they never do. They literally never miss. They never, ever miss. Never, ever, ever miss. Okay. Droodles still being patient. With what? I was pretty patient that game. I didn't overaggress. I didn't do anything wrong. But this ISU screwed me over. That's as simple as it is. I needed support, and he's a 46% player, and... I mean, obviously, the rest of my team sucked, too. I keep telling you guys, I keep getting this guy, and he's not good. And I keep getting him, and he's really bad. I would love to stop getting the warlord on my teams. But yeah, unfortunately, when you have your whole team just suck, it's very unfortunate. 40%ers of it are RNG. I agree. I really do. I don't understand how that T-77 insta-snapped those shells into me. When as you guys saw, that tank's turret was pretty red. It's kind of dumb. Alright, 114 SP2. This game used to be fun. The problem is when you get screwed over by your teammates, it really just, it ruins a lot of the fun. Because, like...
KPZGI donated $1.99 through Super Chat. KPZ50T.
Okay. What do we have? E6 and a Chieftain. That's a pretty cringe platoon. Type 5 Heavy, BZ176. That's a bunch of cringe. That is an absolute bunch of cringe. I do not have nearly as strong of a heavy lineup as they do. We do have some tanks that are decent, but not nearly as good. So I got to be really careful. In terms of mediums, they only have one. It's a Leopard 1. It's a Y-Wing player, which means they're probably mid. So what we're going to do to begin with is we're going to push wide over here. And we'll see what we can do. Thank you for the donation, Cody. There you go. Nice.
Cody Sager donated 10 Canadian dollars.
Yep, I knew it. I knew that Type 5 was going to go over here. I knew it. Okay, we're going to poke this wide like this. And we're going to get the BZ shot. There you go. 633. And then we back up. I know the BZ's on reload, so I don't really need to worry about that player. That's obviously pretty free. The Leopard, I have a feeling, is going to try and flank my XM. And if that's the case, I have to try and help. Maybe not. Well, good job, 4005. Way to go. I can't pen that guy. Not at that angle, and not reliably. Leopard flexed over there. Okay. Okay. Yag managed to absolutely dunk a shell into that E6. Then I dunked a shell into the E6. And now that E6 is a one-shot. So that's obviously pretty nice. We're going to reload. And 3, 2, 1. Boom. 1,088 damage into that player. It's obviously pretty nasty. However, it doesn't matter. Because once again, I'm in one of these situations where I have literally zero team support. Like, where is the team support, dude? Oh my god, he tracks me? That's crazy. I didn't realize I didn't have HE loaded still. It's just every game's like this, dude. Every single game. Like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do when this is the support that I get as a player. I really don't. We actually got a bounce, which is pretty important. I need to stay face-hugging this guy. Okay. There you go. Nice 514. Okay, there it is. Good job, team. Good job. Great job. Great job. We got this Kraken player here who is the sole reason why we're going to lose this game. Overaggressed in the beginning, bled all of his health, and then did literally nothing for the rest of the game. You gonna aim Kraken, dude? What are we doing? These are not real players. Isn't Kraken supposed to be good? This is clearly not a good player. Clearly. Like, did you see the way he aimed on that BZ? It was awful. Send invite. Well, I'm still watching this game, you poob. As you can see. Oh. Oh. It is winnable. Droodles Kraken is bad. I don't know. Sometimes they're not that bad. But this guy's bad. Bum, ba-dum. Bum, bum, ba-dum. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Bro. I'm just invested in this game now. Doesn't help with this Mario music? Nah, it does. Yeah, XM. What are we doing? What is this maneuver? Just shoot him. Thank you. There you go. You figured it out. I can't believe we won that. That's crazy. That's crazy. That XM is still the reason why we lost. Also, Cody, we can't do tier 10 yet because I have to do a couple games. I have to do one game in the Rev. And then we can do tier 10. So you're going to have to do one tier 8 game with me. Pretty good game, though, for the 114. We did a lot of damage. Listen, dude. I appreciate the thumbs up. And your 76%er. Is this General Big Ben? Is this the guy that spammed all the low tiers? Let me see. I mean, he's alright, but problem was that game, I needed support. If I'd had literally anybody help me with that type 5, I would have been fine. You bleed your health early game, it screws over the team late game. You can't bleed your health early game. It's that simple, right? That's why I was able to deal 5,000 damage. We got lucky that that was a win. That's what I'm going to say. Alright, let me send you the tune, Cody. What is it? Boss, baby? Yeah, there it is. Alright, M4 Rev. La Revalorise. I have not played this tank in a very long time, as you can see. Okay. When are they buffing the T2020? Probably never. That's an interesting one. It's so easy to do well in low tiers. What is low tiers? You mean 8? Yeah, 8's not too bad. 8 is not hard to do well in. I'm not sure why that guy has so many games in the IS-6. I've never played this tank. It's not a very good tank. It's not bad, it's just not good, you know? Felix's entire life is based around the Silencer. Is it? Yeah, maybe it is. When Droodles look down, the lighting makes him look like an old grandma. Does it? Alright, let me be an old grandma. Are you ready? I'm an old grandma. I don't have many tanks below tier 10. Well, problem is, we gotta wait for a tier 8 match. There you go. Droodles, you looking fantastic today. Yeah, I need to get a haircut at some point soon. Okay. Seal clubbing is for people who too bad in high tiers to up their win rate. I agree. I don't mind playing like the occasional tier 6 game or 7 game, but I don't, you know, religiously play low tiers. It's just a simple thing. Okay, we're gonna move up and we're gonna chill right here. Anybody here? No. Is Droodles going bald? I don't think so. I have support, so I don't need to worry too much. Nice. Another shot into the Emil. I'm not sure why that Emil is playing so aggressive, but it's not going to work out for him. There you go. 349 into the T43. I really, really like the Rev. It's got a super high alpha, and it's got 10 degrees of gun depression. It hits hard, as we can see. It's pretty nice fire there, 524. I don't know why this guy keeps trying to poke me. Like, has he not learned his lesson? Clearly not. But, like, you would think that he's learned his lesson. But no, he's 44 health and he's still trying. Alright, dude. There you go. Your wish is my command. Goodbye. It's not that hard to connect your one working brain cell and realize that, maybe I shouldn't be poking him. Well, either way, 2,200 damage dealt already. The only tank destroyer they... Really? The only tank destroyer they have is a Chatillon, so if it's going to shoot me at this distance, it's only going to roll a little bit of damage. There you go, 327. And bonk, 340. Droodles, I'm gonna gift you an octillion dollars to get my count to 90%. What, you want me to do, like, account boost, stat boosting? Uh-oh. I see Boss Baby may have over-regressed there a little bit. Ain't no way that Chatillon shot me. That's crazy. I literally cannot pen that Chatillon. There you go. Now I can. That thing has such good armor. People don't realize, but that tank's armor is incredibly OP. It's impressive how our team is actually not doing very well in this game. Easy shot into the scepter. Got a bit aggressive, yeah. Well, the thing with the elephant is you think to yourself, oh, I got all this DPM, I can get aggressive, but it just doesn't work that way, because while it may have the DPM, it doesn't have anything else. Okay, well, that guy's just cooked. Get out of my game, dude. Average autoloader player. Well, that was a pretty good game. 5,000 damage. I mean, you can see why the Rev is such a nice tank. It basically has a tier 10 medium gun on a tier 8. It's a really nice combination. It really is. So, if you use the thing properly, it does really, really well. I just never played in a long time. Silencer, it's special to me. Oh, pretty good game. You still did second? That's crazy. I'm disappointed they're giving the Emil one another legendary camo. Yeah, I agree, it's a little lame. They need to learn how to make camos for other tanks. Alright, tier 10. I think I have to do a Kampfpanzer 50 ton. Is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Kampfpanzer 50 ton. Alright, if there's any more donations, I'll play what you guys want to see. If not, I'm picking random requests. Why are your ribbons gone? Because I disabled ribbons, because they don't do anything. Silencer is 50-50. No, it's definitely not. The Silencer is one of the best tier 7s. It's absolutely crazy. So, I don't know about that. Why would I marry a tank? Bro, what am I reading? I like how tier 8 has 25 people in queue. Tell Felix all the bad things about the Silencer.
THEPGI donated $1.99 through Super Chat.
Yeah, that's bad armor.
Tell Felix all the bad things bad
That's
about
it.
Silencer.
It's got good mobility, it's got good DPM, it's got good camouflage, it's got good gun depression. It doesn't have good armor. I think it has spall liner though, but I don't really think it has many downsides. I don't really think it does. How you doing, Sam? How you doing? Okay. T54E1, brother. Why the 54E1?
THEPGI donated $4.99 through Super Chat. T54E1 and then Silencer.
What is your favorite game? Probably Helldivers too, but Risk of Rain is a solid second place as well. I hate playing lower tier. Feel better playing tier 9 on up. Yeah, lower tier can be a bit lame. Because one of the poos wanted it. D4E1. Not these queue times. Yep. Oh, welcome to World of Tanks Blitz. Popular MMO. I'm literally just like looking at my phone. Droodles, do you play Roblox? No, I don't. 23 people in queue and we're still not getting into a game. Just waiting and waiting and waiting. When you look up Quetzal in dictionary, it just shows a photo of a butt. How long do you guys think we'll sit in queue to get into a game here? How long? Alright, here we go. We chill? Oh. What? What am I reading? I also think that the tier 10 is the best. What tier 10? I don't know. Oh my god, this TVP is gonna screw. Never mind, dude. I wanted to move there, or over here, but because that TVP got in my way, the enemy team's basically gonna push me off the hill. So thanks. Thanks, TVP. I'm still gonna try and get up there, but you know what?
We'll donated $1.99 through Super Chat. Here's for lower wait times.
Bruh. Just gonna sit here and wait. Okay, there's one pen. 2 pens. Oh, great, dude. Oh, okay, that's actually a big dub. That's a huge dub. That leopard being taken out was massive for me. Because the Sheridan is obviously not the biggest threat. Yeah, freaking bozo, dude. Like, what did he think was gonna happen? Okay. Thank you, RNG. Man, my gun is not liking me right now. Okay, moving over here. Nice. I have a 50-50 chance of whether I average roll this guy and kill him or not. And I didn't. 276. It's fine, though, because my reload is fast enough that I can take this player out. There's a 368. Whatever. I don't care. Not even in the slightest. Because I can keep farming this guy. Wow, that was a crazy shot. Let's go for 1 pen. Yeah, dude. This is definitely the play you should be making. Let's just YOLO for no reason. Wow, good job. Alright, 1 easy pen into the 100. This here is why we run calibrated shells, guys. This is why. Because all those people that say, oh, DPM is important. Well, guess what? You'd be dealing 0 damage right now. You would literally be dealing 0 damage. Where I can just load gold and pen this E100 over and over and over. Rammer will never, ever, ever be the way. Ever. It never will be the way. Anybody that tries to say gun rammer is the way to play Blitz will always be forever wrong. Don't care. I don't. Because you can't say, oh, well, I'll just flank. Because you're not always going to be in a situation where you can always flank. There are going to be games where, like that situation there, you need your capabilities. So there you go. Nice shot into the enemy shared him once. We're going to load a... Okay, or not. Screw it. I'm going for it. There you go. 6,275 damage. I'm on guard duty right now, so my internet is dookie. That sucks. Either way, we aced it. We had a really good game. 263,000 credits. The CS is a really good tank. Or not the CS. What the hell? Why did I say CS? Bro, I'm losing my mind. I meant to say Kampfpanzer. What is Tank Company? Some Russian guy recommended me to try it. It's a game. What's my favorite plane? I don't know. ME-262. There you go. I listed a random World War II plane. Alright, got a plane, the 5041 and then the Silencer. We gotta go down a tier. I don't love the 5041 at all. Okay. You're losing your mind because no sleep? Probably. No need for Kelly on Hovry. Way too much pen. Might as well increase DPM. I still run Callie. I was trying to think of why you would want to run Rammer on the Hovry. And sure, I mean, I guess until you just... I don't know. I'm just saying, Callie is the way to go. You could run Rammer on the Hovry, and you could get away with it, but all it takes is one shot to bounce because of slightly bad RNG. That's all it takes. I had my brother... My brother had brain surgery yesterday, and this made my day. Ooh. They have 3 heavies. Should have gone... whatever, it's too late now. I should have gone over to the crossing, but I wasn't paying attention, because it would have been good spots for the team and free damage, but it's fine. If you don't go to the crossing, what you want to do is you want to go fully wide over here, and then chill in this spot. clearly the enemy team is not here, because if they were, we would have seen them. Why the heck did alright, weird. An application just opened on my computer. What even is this, dude? Video pad. I don't care. What's my favorite tier 7? The Silencer. No, joking. The Action 10. Well, we got 2 pens. It's still pretty good. The 5041's a weird tank. It's got a good gun. Unfortunately, the rest of the vehicle is kind of mid. Okay. The M46 over there. Okay. 1, 2. Nice. We actually... Bro, what is... Oh my god. What is going on here, dude? Am I like the only target? Okay, guys. We must tunnel Droodles. 1 shell. 2 shells. 3 shells. Alright, that's pretty easy damage. We're up to 2,400 already, which is pretty nice. Just gonna chill here and wait. Alright, type shot, which gives me the ability to move up. The type does have good DPM. Hey, this WZ's really gonna annoy me, dude. And he tracks me. That's crazy. I'm actually dead. I'm actually dead. No, I'm not dead yet. No, I still might be dead. I am dead. No, I'm not dead yet. No, I might be dead. No, I'm not dead yet. Okay. Really? 277, dude. That's crazy. $277. I mean, I'm up to 4,000 damage, so I can't really complain, but 277. Okay. Moving up. Well, pretty easy game. 4,630 damage, topping the team. Poob is poob. Droodles might be dead. I did not die. I somehow lived. Did I ace that? Nah, dude, if I'd aced that, it would have been ace, ace, and then another ace. Dang. Alright, either way, pretty good battle. What was the other tank I had to play? TVP Silencer. Alright. Le Silencier. I have the Silencer. I'm just checked on mediums. That's... Is it not British? It's not. It's Bliss Nation. Yeah, there you go. Took me a while. But I got it. I did find it. 66% camo. Not actually. What are you doing? What are we doing? No. 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 You gotta get into a tier 7. Is Luva good? It is a good tank, but I'm in a tier 7. You boob. So, yeah. Gay phase 1, yeah. What does poob mean? It means poob. That's what it means. Silencer time. Should I make funny clips of Droodles raging? Yeah, you'd like that. Poob means turd. No, that's not. That's poop, not poob. There's a difference there. Yes, poob is poob. End of discussion. Exactly. Exactly. Poob is simply just poob. Ba-da-ba-dum-bum-bum-ba-dum. So the definition of poob is poob? Indeed. That is the definition of poob. Eight years later of trying to get into a game. "17 people in queue." I think the problem is we just don't have a tune, so we're just kind of waiting. I mean, there's quite a few people. 20 people in queue now. It's just... we have to wait for a opposing tune. You ask too many questions to the Shadow Realm. Indeed. Indubitably. It's just... I don't even know what to do. There's nothing to say. It's just sitting here and waiting. Those chill date rooms in Blitz. Yeah. Yeah. What's the best thing about the silencer? The gun. I would say that's the best thing about most tanks. Unless you're driving like a mouse, then it's not the gun. The gold that you get from selling it? Oh my god. Sam, why are you being so mean? Being a bad boy. I like to see the Caro be played. 40k gold to get it. Yeah, it's a lot of gold, especially because the Caro is usually pretty cheap now. What's scarier? Nosy? What? I don't know what you mean. Alright, here we go. I just realized, like, my shirt down here, I'm, like, slightly floating. What do they have? They have two mediums, T71, T49... Let's knock that down. Our team doesn't know where they're going. When is 116 going on sale? It's hard to say. Because I don't know. I'm gonna move up. Not seen anything over here. Floaty Droody. Indeed. And bonk. And bonk. Alright, well, that was pretty free. Okay. Was it the... No, it wasn't the elephant that shot me. It's another tank. I'm gonna wait for the 1390 to move up. Yeah, I knew it. I knew it. It wasn't... I don't know if it was the T28 that shot me, but there's a 325. Loaded gold shell, I guarantee it. Another 325. This is why the silencer is so good. Alright. Can't spot that. That sucks. Because I can't do anything. Nope. Well, there's the T28 Defender. What's really annoying me about that T28 Defender is he's clearly not good at the game. Oh my god. What I was trying to say is he's clearly not good at the game, but he's still punishing me. There you go. Oh well, I didn't do much. 1600 damage. It's just one of these games where your team doesn't really do anything. Do the 60 next to me? Sure. Ladies hit me up. Bruh. What am I reading?
Egars_57 donated $2 through Super Chat. Play the M4FL10.
What is the best thing about the silencer? You asked me that, brother. Why do we ask me the same questions? Droodles, what's the best thing about the silencer? Me, replies, the gun. You, asks me again after I told you, brother. Bad game? Yeah, it was just a pretty average game. It was a pretty average battle. But, oh well. Is T62 a good Soviet medium? Yes. It is a good Soviet medium. It's just not great. It's just average. That's the problem with it. It could be a lot better. What's the best thing about Droodles? His noodles. I don't know. Have you married Wargaming? No, I have not married Wargaming. Best tip for beginners is to donate on stream. Yes, of course. Everybody should donate on stream. Stream supremacy! But the problem is, we're just sitting in queue for most of these games. T62A was the first line I played. It's a fun tank. It's not, you know, the best, as I said, but it's got good turret armor. It's got okay DPM. It's just, it's unfortunate that it doesn't really have anything that makes it stand out, you know? Opinion on the 55A. I got it for 8,000 gold. I think the 55A it's okay. It's got really good DPM, but it also is very easy to punish the tank. Yeah, the only problem with playing later at night is the matchmaker. While we're waiting in queue, I'm going to make my way to, ChatGPT. I need to see when the GTA weekly update drops. What time does the GTA weekly update drop? The GTA update drops 2 a.m. Pacific, 5 a.m. Eastern time. So it'd be 2 a.m. my time, right? Your local time is Mountain Time. That would be 4 a.m. So it would be 2 a.m. for me. What? I'm 1 hour ahead of Pacific, am I? I don't know. Interesting. Alright. Between the VK90 and 5A, which should I get first? I think the VK90 is definitely a little bit easier, so probably the VK90. I like the M4FL10 a lot. You know, while we're in queue talking about it, I do like the M4FL10. It's got a good gun. It's got solid capabilities in general. It's just a little unfortunate that, again, the problem is we're playing Blitz at super late times. VK90 if you prefer a good super heavy, yeah, indeed. Four minutes. I have no words. I think I'm only going to do a couple more games, guys. The major problem is just we're not getting into balance. I might have to scratch the M4FL10 game off. I'll give it another 30 seconds, but if we don't get into a match, I'll try tier 10. If we don't get to a match in tier 10, then I'm probably gonna have to call it, because it's getting a little long, dude. A little long. Yeah, I probably won't be playing Blitz at this time in the future. Maybe I'll stream earlier in the day, and then I probably won't do a second stream. Alright, we'll back out. We'll try tier 10 game. Elena wants the 60 TP played, so I'll try the 60. If we don't get into a game in 3 minutes in the 60, I'll call the stream there. E75 TS. Alright, well, let me see if we can even get into a battle. If we can get into a game, I'll do the 75 TS after. But if we can't get into a game, then it's,
Lord Wizard Frog
you know, pain.
$1.99 through Super Chat. E75 TS.
Did you try Felice? No. It's not on my press account, so I couldn't have tried it. Why in the world would you YOLO with a Caliban? Yeah, I agree. M4FL10 is absolutely broken in good players' hands. Well, the thing is, the M4FL10 is kind of slow, it has 0 gun depression, and probably the worst premium pen, like, in tier 7. So, while it does have some strengths, it also has some very big downsides that completely balance it out. I think that there are plenty of tier 7s that are much more overpowered. When you can get the gun to work, it's great, but most of the time it doesn't, you know? Eight people in queue. Yeah, guys, we might have to call it if we can't get into a battle. Might have to call it, because this is pretty tragic. It is pretty tragic. I agree with you. The potential of the FL10 is limited. Yeah, it's very limited. There you go. Alright. We're gonna end the stream after this game, guys. The problem is it's just too late. And it's just too late. That's as simple as it is. Alright? If somebody donates like $100 and wants me to stream for the next 2 hours, then I'll keep going. But apart from that, we're ending it off after this game. It's just... the matchmaker is dead right now. So, for the people that donated, tune in tomorrow. I'll play the 75 TS and the M4FL10, and if you missed the stream, it'll be the first 2 battles of the stream. So, technically, you won't have really missed anything. We've got an AFK mouse, it appears. Interesting. Aiming. Nope. Not able to hit that. Aim. Come on. Wow, that shot was so far off. Alright, well, that Kraken guy's getting nuked. Our mouse is still AFK, and the XM is being pushed. Okay. So I think the best play to make right now is to obviously help the XM. There you go, 714. Put on my adrenaline as well. Not sure why this 268 is making this play. Ooh, that was some big lag there, wasn't it? Not loving what's going on right now. Not loving what's going on right now. Nice. 661. NA is garbage. I think all of it is garbage, dude. Have you stopped to smell the roses? The C50 needs to move. It's the same trash player that I keep talking about. And he keeps doing literally nothing for anyone. There you go. 594. E50's gonna die. Yeah, this game is a little cooked. A little cooked. We gotta stop driving the 183 in tune. It's never gonna work. It's not a good tank. I'm sorry. It's just never, ever gonna work. I don't mind it. It's just... yeah. It's never gonna work, as I said. Alright. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to end it here. I'm not wasting time in this matchmaker. AFK mouse. It's just not worth my time. Hopefully you enjoyed the stream. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye-bye.